Today in Sports Report, football, Kairat replaced Tobol and reaches second place. National sports, historical roots of modern tournaments. The Almaty club gained a victory in a home match of the National Premier League over Kustanay Tobol and reached the second place of the standing. The game in the Central Stadium became a different battle of Georgian coaches, Zakhadze and Tidradze, although the coach of Tobol has Russian citizenship. However, the match was very important and principled not for this reason. In the 20s tournament, Kairat needed a win. Recently, Pavlodar lost their scores in the match with Taraz and meant that Almaty would have a real chance to be up in the table. For Tobol, the game was very significant. Kostanay did not guarantee the top 6 for themselves, and each score is in their account. The mentor of Kairat, Khakhabard Zakhadze, released the main staff, with one exception. Laujan Islamkhan, considerably played in the last matches, started his match on the bench of the reserves. Thus Go is on the edge. Kairat acted in the trio of creators Isail, Asivido, Arshavin. Lower the duel of holding halfbacks Timoshuk Bakayev, the quartets of defenders Kuat, Lunin, Markovic, Suyimbayev, and Plotnikov at the gate. We should note that it is the debut of Gafurjan Suyimbayev in a t-shirt of Kairat. Tobol had its star debutant Dushan Savic located in procrastination on the edge of Hizhnichenko. On the flanks, Duyak and Shimkovich must have pump sharpness. The duet of Julpa Gurman worked in the support zone. The quartet of fielders were Miroshinchenko, Kasai, Mitrenko, and Glavin. The place at the gate was taken by Vladimir Loginivsky. In the first 10 minutes, Kairat had a first perspective lunge. Kuat ran from the left of Asivido and hit the ball with his head to Isail. The kick of the Brazilian from the penalty was accepted by Dimitrenko. Later, Loginovsky reacted to the kick of Bakayev from an average distance. The players of Kairat tried to search the pass of Go, but without profits. Suyimbayev kicked, who went forward, but Gafurjan could not repeat his wonder goal scored for Ordubasi. Tobol almost scored their classical goal 3 minutes before the break time. Shimkovich kicked from the penalty area from the left flank to the goalkeeper's line. Savic hit with his head. Plotnikov could react immediately and send the ball to the penalty area. The first time finished with Isail's kick over the crossbar.
Мы приехали сюда, не буду лукавить, за 3 очками. Да. Где-то в первом тайме, может, у нас что-то получалось, что-то не получалось, по крайней мере.
We came here to dissemble to win. In the first time, something did not work. At least we blocked the flanks where active backs played. There were no complaining about the defense in the first time. Something that could not go out of defense to attack and were close to the fielders are players of the middle line.
Да. Ну и где-то, может, неправильно играли, слишком глубоко прижимались к защитникам наша средняя линия.
By the second time, Khakhabard Zakhadze substituted Azivido. Just in a minute, Isail did his work but not accurately. In the next positional attack, Kairat opened the score. Arshavin passed from the left to Suyimbayev, who found Islamkhan. The captain of Kairat from the left legs, from 22 meters, put the ball right in the far left from Loginovsky. 6-1-0. Tobol replied with an attack. Plotnikov easily managed the kick. However, Kairat looked more interesting. Isail shot twice from far away, both times inaccurate. Then the hosts scored somewhat of a funny goal. Kuat kicked from the penalty after his shot and rebounded from the wall. The ball changed the direction, flying to the left from Loginov's corner, 2-0. The guests did not give up and almost could replay one ball. Julpa distinguished. However, in 3 minutes, Kairat again returned its comfort advantage of 2 balls. Bakayev moved forward to the defense of the guest, giving a pass to Isail. The fielder overslept the spurt of the Brazilian, plus Loginovsky unreasonably moved to exit. Isail needed to walk into the goalkeeper and not to miss the bar, 3-1. But Tobol returned the intrigue to the match. Hizhnichenko distinguished. At the end, Kairat could solve all the problems about the winner. Suyimbayev found the uncovered Tavumba. Loginovsky reacted immediately and easily withdrew the threat.
Но во втором тайме установка была первые 15 минут довольно надежно сыграть, но, к сожалению, вот этот быстрый пропущенный гол, она где-то в какой-то степени повлияла на исход встречи. Ну и забить на выезде Кайрат.
The second time, the task was to play safely for the first 15 minutes. Unfortunately, a missed goal had a great impact on the outcome of the game. That is not easy to score 2 goals in an away game. Their attack is funny the best in this championship. There were some mistakes that they made, some bad luck. The second ball flew to the gate after a rebound. On the whole, I am satisfied with my guys. They did their best to perform the task, but Kairat was much better.
В целом я доволен ребятами, они старались, выполняли установку, ну, где-то мастерство выше было у Кайрата.
This is a hard win of Kairat, and the second qualifying round of the Europa League is ahead.
До прихода Алмари Тетрадзе там, конечно, Тобол преобразился очень сильной командой. Это надо отметить конкретно. Вот, и они начали очень по-другому.
After Tedradze came, Tobol changed a lot. We should note it. They started to play differently. They have a good result. We expected that the game would be tough, as we are playing in 2 fronts. Every 3 to 4 days we have games. It is very difficult. That is why the first time was tough. Kazakh people have various national games which have a competitive character. They are tests on strength, endurance, agility, ability to stay in the saddle, accuracy, and reaction speed. Today, many citizens of the Republic can find time to vary their days off to get a charge of positive mood and also touch the spirit of ancestors. Some games which are actual today became official types of sport in Kazakhstan. It is better to remember what entertainment Kazakh people brought through their ages of their history. According to the old traditions, which come from Saka tribes, before the teenager marries the girl, he had to perform his mastership as a rider and be able to ride a horse. The tradition required the guy to catch the bride on a frisky horse. For this reason, in people's assembly or holidays, the game Kuz Ku was contrived. To do it, the guy and the girl rode a horse in the field. After the signal of the host of the ceremony, the girl flicking the horse shoots ahead, and the guy tried to catch up to the girl and kiss her while riding the horse. If he could not do that, he had to jump away as the girl catching the guy starts to beat him with a whip. It was an interesting and entertaining performance for the crowd. Guys from villages, neighboring pastures took part in the Kazakh national game Kokpar. They prepared in advance as the competition tested strength and agility, and endurance and the ability to keep in the saddle. On a competition day, all participants gathered in the field. In a distance of 50 to 60 steps from the competitors, the goat carcass was thrown and the fight for Kokpar starts, which could continue from afternoon till evening. The fight was held on horseback. The village which gets Kokpar at the end of the fight becomes the winner. Then guys with pride rode through the village with their battle trophy Kokpar, and the citizens congratulated them and gave presents. The history of the Kazakh national game Kokpar has deep roots when Kazakh people had a nomadic lifestyle. Kokpar, Kokbori, means gray wolf. Wolves were the worst enemies of nomads because they could cause great damage to the livestock. Thus killing a wolf was considered a great success and joy. The head of the wolf was brought to the strips and the carcass is torn to pieces for the gathered public. Accordingly, the battle between guys often takes place who will carry the head. Such a battle soon turned into a game. The wolf sometimes was replaced with a goat carcass. There are 2 versions of Kokpar. In the first variant, guys from different villages participate in the battle and the fight is conducted between villages. Such battle is called Dada Tartis. In the second variant, the battle for the carcass takes place between guys of the same village. In this case, only one guy becomes a winner and the battle is called Jalpi Tartis. Kokpar is very popular today. The Kazakh national game Audari Spak is one of the showy ones, an exciting and interesting game. Audari Spak is the battle on horseback in which the best riders participate, because the battle on horseback requires exceptional endurance, power, agility, and good ability to stay on the saddle. The essence of the struggle is that two riders on horseback compete until one of the guys pulls the opponent off from his horse. The one who can do it becomes a winner. The Kazakh national game Bayga is a horse race of riders. Riders compete until one of them jumps and reaches the goal. Bayga takes place on a flat terrain in a straight line with twists and turns or in circles. You can participate in it in a common nag. A jockey variant of the game Bayga exists. In this variant, children can play this game. Players are divided into pairs. One of the pairs becomes a horse and another one the rider. The horse stands in front of the rider and throws back his hands up and back so that the rider could seize them with his hands. All pairs line up, and after the signal start, they run to the goal or shawl. The pair who achieves the goal faster becomes the winner. The Kazakh national game Kume Alu, which in translation means lift the coin, has distant historical roots. The rules of the game from ancient times has not changed much, just the attribute has changed. According to the rules of the game, riders, cavortating from the start line till the finish line, have to collect as many coins as possible, wrapped in a handkerchief and scattered on the field for the game in advance. In ancient times, instead of coins for the game Kume Alu, silver ignats were used, which were replaced with coins later. Children can also play the Kazakh national game Kume Alu. It is a very interesting and mobile game. The children's variant of the game Kume Alu is the following. The starting and finish lines are drawn on the field. Coins are thrown along the playing field. Boys stand along the start line, and after the command start, imaging riders on horses run along the field to the finishing collecting coins on horseback. The one who on horseback does not stop and collects many more coins reaches the finish, becomes the winner of the contest. Herewith, it is compulsory to stimulate horse racing every time until they reach the finish line, and while taking coins, they cannot stop. The Kazakh national game Alaman Bayga is the test not just for riders to stay in the saddle, but it is a tough test for horses. Alaman Bayga is a horse race for long and far distances. Historical roots of the game is based on the necessity of Kazakh people to train horses for long travels, during moving from one place to another, and also to select the most durable and powerful horses to refine the breed. So, Alaman Bayga became the integrated part of big holidays. Sometimes during such competitions, some horses could not survive and died not reaching the finish, or fell down breaking their legs. It is known that the riders before the race protect their horses from evil eyes, braided the tail and mane of their horses, and weave the owl feather or amulets against the evil eyes, and also try not to show their horse, keeping it under a blanket. Kazakh girls, being brilliant riders as guys from early ages accustomed to stay in the saddle, like to take part in horse races on pares, which is called jorga jaris. Pacers owned a special gait, softness, rhythm in walking and running. During the race, pares could not change into common running. In this case, the penalty can be fined or withdrawal from a distance. The Kazakh national game Jambu Atu is a competition of Kazakh guys for accuracy archery. Jambu is a silver disc which is suspended on a thin rope of the horsehair on a bar. The goal of the participants of the competition is to release the arrow from the bow and shoot the disc so that it could fall down on the ground. There were several variants of competitions. The contest could be on horseback, the guy had to shoot the disc riding a horse, or without horses, in which participants from a definite distance tried to shoot the disc one by one. The one who could do it with less attempts becomes the winner. The Kazakh national game Tokti Alu, which is similar to the game Lak Ustau. 3 to 5 riders can take part in the game. According to the rules of the game, they let a goat go in the field. Riders compete to catch the goat faster on horseback and bring it to the head of the game. The one who can do it faster becomes the winner.